Okay, so we're on turn 2 of 15. Yay. And yes, the weather is clear, but that sounds like rain. And thunder. I don't get it. Anyway. Okay, red dots are over here. Let's look at the replay. I think we probably got shot at. Okay, we didn't get shot at. Let's have a look at what this is. Cavalry. Yeah, well, that's not unexpected. It's probably going to be a pain in the ass again. They always have been. Okay, well, let's check formation leaders. Suppression. I'm not going to look around yet. Let's just check these. Yes, the weather is clear. I did confirm that. Okay, let's zoom out. So we can look around, see what else we can see, if anything. Don't think you can see anything from there. Nothing yet. Now, he did put smoke there, which meant something... which means something. Well, I'm not sure what it means yet. No, there shouldn't be any suppression, but you never know. We weren't shot at, so they ought not to be. So they will not be. I mean, but we gotta go through them anyway. Probably the looking around is what's more important here. See if anything suddenly appears out of the gloom. Okay, not seeing anything past the trees yet. But they could be behind the trees already. That is one of the weird things about play-by-mails. You just don't see everything. Which doesn't make any sense. I mean, if you moved up through an area that you could see then and disappears, then you would actually see that movement before it disappears, right? But it doesn't work that way. Now, if there's anything around, they're still too far away. Or moving very well. They're just too far away. That's probably the main thing here. Okay, so something's moving up on this side. I don't know what it is. Well, I guess we'll find out in the fullness of time, as the saying goes. Don't think they can see anything. You actually have the best opportunity of seeing something. Assuming it was big enough. Or moving fast enough. Scouts. Not much happening there. But they only got one hex line of sight, so they're scouting him. It's pretty cut off. Okay. Well, no. So it means I've been seen up here. I mean, that's really the conclusion I am going to draw from that. So, but I assumed that last turn already. Anyway, now it's just confirmed, and the scouts actually can't see anything. All right, so. Wait. Okay, I missed one. Yeah. Skip those. Okay, he can't see it. Neither can he. And he doesn't see anything. They don't see anything else either. So they're not currently in line of sight of it. And they didn't move very fast in the last turn. Well, they did. So they probably were the ones who. Yeah, so he probably has been seen because he moved 2 hexes. How moves he? He's moving 17. It's a foot unit, so assuming he was moving along here, that's 8 hexes of, at least 8 hexes of movement. Okay, nothing seen from there. Panzerjägers. Okay, so that is definitely been seen. It's hard to miss. it's a large, it's a vehicle that they generally don't not they generally don't hide. They generally don't disappear into the landscape basically. Um, okay, so yes, 24x is it's a limit of his range. Actually, it's the limit of his visibility as well. So there's a small chance he might not have seen it. Small chance, but I guess I can't take that risk. He'll have to move, but he can't really do anything about them at the moment. Okay, so plans. Well, I think we'll start with these scouts. I need to move them up again. I'll be moving a little bit slower this time. We'll start with this one. No enemies appeared out of the gloom. But what is his line of sight? Let's go with this one. Curiously, he can't see that. Yeah, some random trees have ruined that little party. Okay. Well, that actually positioning did not help. But they're moving a lot slower now, so what to do in this area, because I want to keep moving forward, but we have a problem. He actually doesn't have line of sight. That's weird. One would think he would. He doesn't either. Why is that? Now, obviously, he's going to get there before I will. Being cavalry and all. Thing is, what can I get into place that could help? Probably these guys. Okay. So, do these scouts move forward here? Yeah, I think so. That's mixed. That is field. Polder is about the same. The polder's the same as mixed in terms of defense. One would think it would actually be different, but it's not. The field is actually slightly better. Not sure why. That actually doesn't make any sense. But that's how it is. Well, according to the fine field manual, anyway. Which I'm assuming is accurate. It's been in use for a long time. Actually, I don't know if anybody's actually using it these days, but it has been around a long time, and there hasn't been any like there hasn't been any updates to it, just from the dates in the file. I guess, yeah, so it's not actually listed as fields, I think. It's just crops. Which is the same as, yeah, so crops are one step better than mixed. Polders are the same as mixed. Mud, swamp, and marsh are not good, so we definitely don't want to hang around here. So we probably want to move that way, but then we're going to be out in the open. Not much cover. So I think, well, that's mixed. That is a road, which is not good for anybody. I think I'm going to move that way. So we'll put two of them in line of sight. Now, that is... shit. Now I can't tell how far away it is. Because these weapons are turned off, and it probably actually wouldn't be able to reach, I think. Yeah, they short range, so they're not going to work. I guess we're counting. My vest 24. 14. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna keep moving. Let's see. Oh, now you can see two. Okay. And what do we got here? Engineer sections. Okay. Well, that was actually worthwhile. Now this is... Okay, so the rest of these guys are going to do something do something else. We'll just move the scouts first, so we can get an idea of what's going on. And over here, I think these should probably move behind the... Yeah, you should probably move into the orchard, and I should put the scout out over there, I think. Unfortunately, that doesn't really help anything. Well, considering he put smoke back here, one assumes he hasn't gotten past that yet. Well, he must be close. So the question is, do I risk moving another one? Over here. Well, we need to move, keep moving forward here, so I'm gonna put, well, we have line of sight to the back of this hill, so we can start putting people on there, I think, or close to it. Now they certainly can, that one certainly can move another one. You can see there. You can see there. Okay, so we have some line of sight. Well, he's definitely going to move again. Oh, the slope extends onto the road. Okay, he did not realize that. Scout's got to do what Scout's got to do. Which is why I end up losing so many scouts. Okay, so the scouts have moved. Time for the infantry to get on with it. Okay, so if he's moving across that way, and they're moving up here, they're not actually moving that fast. They're not actually moving that fast, so they only moved, well, that's 3 X's, I think. Movement cost for infantry on road is 2, I think. So I'm pretty certain he's moved about 3 X's. A main, that's a secondary road, so it'll be it's dirt, I guess. Yeah, but it's 2, which is actually quite a lot considering. I'll have to balance it because, I mean, otherwise, because it again calls on a lot of older style of wargaming where you actually had movement rates and movement costs and things like that, which actually may not make much sense. In a modern computer game where you could just use actual distance. Right, so they're moving about 3 hexes. This one is more the concern. Smoke may be useful here. Deploy there. But in any event, these guys are moving. So there. now, he should actually be spotted when he moves out there. Nope, he's not. Okay. So I need to consider whether this platoon's going to move again. There's cavalry there, then there's a lot more of them coming, so I'm going to see if I can get this one into a position where you can actually hit it. Nope. He's too far away. Well, he'll move up along here, so he'll be cut off line of sight. So this will cut off line of sight from there. So I just need to worry about actually moving the road part here. So maybe some smoke in here. Just to block line of sight down the road. I mean, they're going to come out here, so I don't know. Obviously, the cavalry were coming along the trail or the open area here, and they'll probably start spilling out along here. Who the hell knows how many he's got? He could have 2 companies of the damn things. Okay, so these Panzer Jaeger will move. Well, the problem is that their range is so short, and that's only to there, and that's not very effective at that range. So they have to move further up. Unfortunately, there's no way they cannot. The question is where to. The swamp is actually. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this swamp is actually helpful or not, because I mean it slows movement down a little bit, I think. Not much. It's only 3. I would expect it to be. I would expect it to be a bit slower. One would expect movement to be through it to be a bit slower, but that's weird. That's okay. So this is not actually. This doesn't help me. It won't slow them down enough. So if there's more cavalry coming across here, then these guys will probably be outflanked, and they will need to pull back. There isn't any way for them to push forward, I think. I'm going to move them forward. There. And risky. We'll take it. he will stay there, I think, for the moment. I think he's actually going to move again. We'll put him there. Actually, maybe put him on top. That might be more useful. Nope, not really. Not really. He's too far. It's a long hill, so he doesn't have this. It blocks line of sight along the top of it, and because we don't have much in here. So I'm gonna move him again. Try and get him into a. Okay, so infantry on this side. Now I say there's going to put him. Actually, I'm thinking I'm probably going to leave him moving up along that side. I'll put a scout in front of him next turn. Every time I hear the thunder, I'm thinking, but it says the weather's clear. I don't get it. The game has mysterious ways. Well, I thought you could see further in the orchard when you're inside it, but I guess not. So that's the end of the orchard there. So we may actually be able to see out of it about after one more hex, but I think there'll be units up here at that point. So actually, I think. Yeah, actually, I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to. So he can actually move again because he's covered, and we know there's nothing there. So I'm going to move him again. Now, unfortunately, he's not. So, I'm actually going to pull him in here. Alright, so, he is actually going to start moving up that way. And I'm actually going to, I might move him to. No, we won't. That way, I don't know. Well, I mean, this orchard is a good area for firing into this area, into behind this hill here. So I want to get into a better position for that. And these guys are still quite far back. They will move faster this turn, I think. I think. Right, so once he moves into there, the orchard will block line of sight anyway, so might as well put him there. Yeah. Okay, move that one Panzerjäger up there. He might get spotted. He may get spotted. Put him there to get him a slightly better angle that way. And this Panzerjäger will move up that way. The mortars are still in visual, I think. Not that it matters, he is not. So he might need to... well, he's still in visual now, but he needs radio contact. I don't know if he has it. No, he has to have radio contact. He does. Okay. So if we're going to call in any mortar, I don't think we will. So he should be able to move, I think. We'll look at it in a moment. Here. Stay zoomed out. I think these guys can now move a little bit faster. The risk is actually smaller because the hill's now blocking some line of sight. And the closer we get to it, the less chance there is. So, and... Okay, so they're going to move again. I see no reason not to. Alright, I'm not sure. They may even move again, I think. Yeah, it's actually no reason not to. So I haven't seen anything yet. Nothing's fired at us when he popped his head over the top of that. And yeah, so let's move this group. Let's platoon. Problem is he's starting to move ahead of the scout, so I think the scout will have to move again. Yeah, because the scouts were very slow. Because I moved them back again in the first turn, which was probably unnecessary. I think sometimes I'm just too cautious. Yeah, we're going to do that, and then we're probably going to move the scouts again. Or maybe I'm just dumb. That's probably a simpler explanation. Okay, so they could move again, but then the scouts that are supposed to be in front of them, and they're not. So if we move forward here, what the chances are? He can't be seen yet. The chances are, if he moves forward, what is the main thing that's blocking line of sight? That. So he's not. So those guys won't be able to see him. And the only reason he can see them is because he's at the right angle. You can see between those. You can see through the gap in those trees. I don't think these guys will be able to do that. So let's zoom in so I don't misclick. Yeah, so far nothing spotted immediately. Let's look around. They're moving slightly slower this turn, so it may be alright. Now, what is he's... in for a penny, in for a pound. Okay. Yeah, this is a bit iffy. I don't know. I don't really like the idea of the scouts being too far ahead of them. And also they not really in the right good position to actually scout for the platoon they're supposed to be scouting for, so that's a bit fucked up. What I'll do is move him here. And I'll actually put him here. Alright, I think that's all the infantry move I'm going to do. Except for these guys, I might move them again. Yeah, I will move them again. Come over a little bit to this side of it. So they can actually hit that around that area. Okay, that's it. For the movement for those guys, I think... I don't know if I'm going to move them again. Yeah, actually, if I do, then I get at least get them out of the swamp. So, yeah, let's move them again. Does mean that they're very likely to get spotted, but that's maybe not a bad thing because that would give him a bit of pause. Maybe, or he'll just hit me with mortars. Considering I'm not moving very fast, that wouldn't be very difficult actually. So now he can be seen by the by that. Let's have a look. What is this armed with? Yeah, not much actually. Yeah, the Netherlands cavalry are quite lightly armed. That is actually a short-range weapon. Actually, no, it's not. It's 12. It's not short range. It's a normal rifle distance. That is a normal rifle distance. Putting him out here will actually help, because now we will be in line sight of 2 enemies. And the game's afoot, as they say. And we're only on turn 2. Yes. Do that. And he did not move, so we'll put him there. Right. Okay, what else are we looking at? Okay, this mortar unit's probably going to move because there's no reason for him. He has, well, to give him a decent, keep him in contact with that one. That one is now no longer in contact. Not sure if that's really a problem. We'll leave him there for the moment. If any tanks move up that side, we got it covered. We'll move him here. Yeah, so he's the only one who can't fire, but he's gonna have to fire anyway. Trying to figure out if these MGs are going to stay here. No, they'll stay there for the moment. They should be able to move up. It's not that easy for them, but if I move them up behind the trees and then to this side, they can actually get to there. But it'll take them a few turns because movement rate's only... Oh wow, actually they're faster. Yeah, they're quite fast. Well, that's probably because it's a 4-man squad, yeah. Well, lots of guys to carry all the equipment. Okay, so I think that's all the infantry moved. I don't see any reason to move anything else. Do I take a pot shot? Just to let him know I'm around. It's only... It's 24 hexes. I mean, that's the limit of his range. So curious what he can see from there. You can see all the way to there. So we know there's no armor directly on the road behind them. so... Yeah, okay, so at the moment there's no armor directly on the road behind them. It's pretty far away. That's out of range. That is out of range, so... Now, the question is, where can he go? That would actually be more useful here. I'm thinking I'm moving him up this side, to behind the trees. Behind trees? These trees, yeah. Oops. That's 6. 24x is 2%. Not much chance. I'll think about that. Now, I was thinking of deploying smoke. Maybe in front of these trees to prevent units from taking up positions in... Well, if anybody takes positions there, they won't be able to make any use of them for a few turns. I need to work on my smoke skills. Smoke signals. Because I'm not advancing that way, so putting smoke down here. But I don't want to cover this area too much because I won't be able to tell anything if anything moves up here, right? There may be cavalry in here already. I don't know. Yeah, because if they moved fast enough, some of them could already be in there, and we wouldn't know. There could be units in there already as well. I just don't know. Only have 4 tubes. They don't have huge amounts of smoke. Let's have a look. Actually, reduced ammo doesn't have... Yes, it does. Okay, he's got 24, 16. Yeah, they don't have huge amounts of smoke. That was a reasonable statement. Wow, only 8. Okay. Reduced ammo hurts in low point battles, I think. It just it's quite a severe penalty. But anyway. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm actually going to move these ahead of the scouts because they need to get up into this position here fairly soon. Yeah, well, like they can be seen from there. They can be seen from quite a long way away. But the chances of them actually being seen are not that high. So he moved 2 hexes. He's moved one. He's moved 2 hexes now. Well, it's become a bit critical to get units up here. To be able to cover this side of it. So I think I need to hurry that up a bit. Oh, yeah, I have a suspicion there's already cavalry near. They just haven't done anything yet. They're just waiting for me to be out in the open, and then they can lay waste to me. They do have to come forward here, though, and then I get possibilities of hitting them anyway. Well, the question was smoke. The question was smoke. If I put smoke here, it actually, I mean, it prevents these trees from being used to provide flanking fire on them, right? And these trees are slightly further back, so that's not bad. That is 14 hexes, which is not bad, actually. I mean, if there was a heavy MG in there, that would be bad. But like I said, I don't have infinite amounts of smoke, so I can't really just go crazy. Yeah, so I'm going to deploy smoke in front of that. If I can find my... it's a start anyway. They won't last long enough, but it might allow them to get across here. They're going to get here a lot faster than anybody else could. I mean, that was the point. One of these battles I'm going to have to try German cavalry, just for the hell of it. I haven't actually looked at them very much, so I might be with it. Okay, so, silver team. Right, so, now who's going to do what? These are further back. I wonder if I can just get away with one tube on each of them. That would cover. That would probably cover that. Let's see. I gotta figure out the angles. Yeah, smoke hex there would cover that tree as well. And you're probably gonna need 2 in front of those. Yes, that one's less critical because it's further away, but we do have a problem because I'm using these guys to move up on these hexes. Meanwhile, this entire flank's gonna be open, and you know what happens there? The cavalry will just charge through. Well, you know, my opponent has all ways of getting around me. There's nothing much I can do. Okay, back to the spotter. Difference in experience level is quite large, so as I mentioned many times, I can't really help it. He's been playing play-by-mail for 12 years, and I just started at the beginning of this year, so it's not likely I can never pull the wool over his eyes too many times. Now, that spot I think I'm gonna put, we'll save the one that is 8. Okay, who's that one there? Smoke, no, smoke. And I think we use the other one that has 24 over there. Just as a start and see how it goes. What was it? 24. Okay. I'll stay down to the same level. I guess I can move to the other ones. I wanted there. Well, I probably wanted in both places though. So, but it'll spare around. It won't. It won't actually. Yeah. Well, we'll go with that. I don't know. It might be too far back. That's the problem. Yeah. I think that's gonna be too far back, too close to the trees. That's because I do need it to be in front of the trees. Let's cancel these, and thank goodness we don't have quantity control, because otherwise I'd be screwed. I've made a really bad choice and have to live with it. Yeah, we'll try that. And was it this one? Yeah. Smoke. And the artillery bug is biting today. Let's put it here. And 24. Okay, smoke's fired, but unfortunately that's only going to arrive at the end of the enemy's turn, so if anybody's moved in there already, it's a bit late. Probably should have done that before, but you know, I needed to see what was going on first. Now I have an idea of what he's doing. It seems like a much better idea, because if he wasn't moving around in this, if I didn't see him, then I would have no real reason to expect him to be in those trees, but now I do. You know, that's far enough away that is not a huge problem. This cluster is very close and very convenient. That one is also an issue, but if I can get into the orchard, ha ha ha, good luck with that, he said. You gotta cross this open ground first. Don't know. I'm hesitant to move these much faster because, actually, I think I do need to move them faster. I do need to get them up there because they're the only ones who can help out on this side when it comes right down to it. So they're gonna get ahead of the scouts by quite a large margin here. Actually, there's another possibility. They may actually move on to the top of this, but that's... I prefer to have them actually move on to the other side. Yeah, so they would actually... Actually, what I'm going to do is wait till the next turn and then decide to see what happens, because it might be better for them to actually move over onto the other side here. But then they kind of he'll be separated from his platoon by quite a lot. I don't know. Since I don't know, I do nothing. Doing nothing is just as bad, but anyway. Tanks, do they need to move? I don't think so. Trying to think if I can get a shot in from that distance. I don't know. No, they can't. That's a limit of their range, and if they move that 3 hexes to get into position, it probably will not be helpful. So I'm going to take a shot because just let him know he's been seen. And we'll see if anything responds. It probably did nothing. It might have done a... Yeah. Yeah, it's too far. That's the problem. I mean, it went... But a second shot may get... I mean, he has a lot of movement, so he can actually move out of the way fairly easily. I'm gonna take another shot. And the range is long enough that it's gonna be difficult for him to figure out where it came from. Well, he's pinned. I think that's enough. It's only gone up to 4%. Do I take another one? So what is his movement? Yeah, still plenty. It keeps going up, but that's about it. I'm not going to get any. It's not going to get any better than that. Okay, so let's move him back a little bit. I think just to confuse it a bit. So. Now, the problem is when I move him back the next turn, he won't get as good a shot again. So anyway, if I let him know that he's been spotted, and that might cause him to pause for a little bit. Because one of the problems I think I have is that I don't let my opponent know when he's been seen. So it's he keeps going because, and that he gets the advantage on me. Like I said, massive difference in experience. So I am really just trying things, experiment. I mean, most of my battles with him have been defeats anyway. Can't be helped. Don't know if I'll ever get good enough to actually get draws consistently. Wins in play by email are actually very rare. And the main reason he's gotten the victories is because the victory X's have been high value like these are. So if I don't get a few of them, I don't have enough points to actually balance it out. And so draw is actually much more common in play by email in Steel Panthers World at War, because the players tend to counteract each other. It's rare that, you know, I think it only happens when you have a big difference in experience like there is in my games. I think that's it. The tanks are going to stay. I don't see any reason for them to move. This one may move closer to this side, but just to get a better shot next turn if he can. Because then he doesn't have to move as far. Yeah, it'd still be a long shot though. I mean, the problem is that the 35T optics isn't as good, so their range is quite shorter than the 38, which I'm more used to. So actually, for at that range, it'd be a long range. So these chances of actually getting anything are abysmal, and with the main gun. So move him or not? Well, there may be armor moving up, so that's probably something to consider. Yeah, let's move him one hex this way, just to get him in a slightly better position. If things are needed, if he's needed, because he can probably move back here and actually see a line of sight. And this line of sight is there. So if he moves back there, he might actually be able to see past the hill a little bit. Unless this thing's very close by, there's not much point in firing at it, though. We'll leave the other one in position. He's on overwatch on that hill if anything steps onto it. Looks like there won't be, though. I've deployed some smoke, and what I'm going to do is check ranges. Oh, he has not moved. Company commander. Move him up this way. There, I think. I think these. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I think the support platoon may move up through these trees and into there. At least the LMGs will, because this orchard is seems like a good spot to cover this open area here, this clearing. We'll see. Well, it's only turn 2. It's too early to be playing too far ahead. Anything else I want to look at? No, I think that's it. Let's check ranges and then we're done. Okay, only one unit's fired, so that's the only one I need to watch out for, because I need to reset his range. Council range 0. 14 X's, I should leave it like that. It's not helpful, actually. I think they're going to just start moving forward next turn, because all they can do is hit this area, and then that's quite at... That'll be probably 25 X's, I think, so... over 20 X's, so that's not a good range for it. Questions, I don't know where they should go. I think maybe this way. Because once these guys take up positions on here, then those positions are redundant. So it might be easier for them to move up to this side as fast as possible to support from this hill or this gully even, because right now, yeah, okay, well I'm gonna leave the ranges I'll leave the ranges at 14 for now. Yeah, we'll leave it like that, because there's no point in changing it. I mean, they're still covering that hill. That platoon hasn't moved onto it yet. Now, this is what I want to look at. So, zoom out. Now, limit of visibility is there. So that's 25 X's. That's the limit of the heavy machine gun. So actually, if I position it in the gully, that may actually be pretty good. But I need to get them over there, and that's a really, really long haul for them. Well, it's over mixed ground. They're moving rate of 8, so that's 4 X's per turn, basically. That's still 2, 3, to make two to three turns to there, and then they have to slow down. Well, if they move along the gully, then they can only move one hex per turn anyway. That might be all right because they just need to get into a position here. The gully offers a very good cover, actually. So it's not a bad position for heavy machine guns. Okay, so where were we? Ranges, yeah. Okay. Well, I waited till I got to this one before I looked at what I wanted to look at, because otherwise I'd confuse myself again, and I confused myself again anyway. There. The reason I think I may not ever do better at this game is because I confuse myself too easily. Fencing is a good position, I think. They need to move up a little bit. There will definitely be armor coming down that road. At some point, so I need to have some infantry anti-tank capability. Now, the Netherlands only has armored cars. They're quite cheap though, so you could have like a whole platoon of them for 100 points, I think. Okay, so that's it. Ranges have been checked. Koolwagen. Reset his range to 6. Yeah. I'm gonna leave these guys' ranges at 12. Okay, might set his a little longer. Tanks rarely opportunity fire though. I mean, they have to be fairly close to for them to opportunity fire at other armor, or they have to be fired at, and in which case they will probably fire back regardless of how far away it is. Okay, I think that's it. Let's end the turn. See if he drops anything else on me. No, no